Multiple main ideas. Let's practice. By now you have watched the Khan Academy video explaining on how to identify two or more main ideas. You will notice that we are doing the same thing using the passage, The Great Chicago Fire, today. I want you to ask yourself a point that was made in the video. Are both X and Y equally important? Or is it just one idea supporting another? If it is just one idea supporting another, then it is not a separate main idea. We are not talking about a main idea and supporting details. What we're looking for are two important main ideas, equally important. Let's take a look and practice with The Chicago Fire by Katie Davis. Between October 8th and October 10th, 1871, the Great Chicago Fire tore through the city of Chicago, Illinois, wreaking havoc on its architecture and people. During the three-day fire, thousands of buildings were destroyed, 300 people were killed, and an estimated $200 million in damages befell the city. The 1-mile-wide fire traveled a length of 4 miles, destroying almost everything in its path. A long-standing legend tells the story of a cow owned by Patrick and Catherine O'Leary, kicking over a nearby lantern and starting the fire. This story is largely debated, but what is for certain is that the fire began on the southwest side of Chicago near or in the barn on the O'Leary's property and quickly moved north and east toward the center of the city. Other theories include someone intentionally starting the fire, an accident between a human and a lantern, or a pipe, or even a meteor strike. Whatever its origination, the fire was devastating to the city of Chicago. After the fire, the city was in great need of reconstruction. Joseph Medill was elected mayor of Chicago and promised the citizens he and his administration would find ways to strengthen fire codes and buildings to prevent another disaster of this magnitude. Reconstruction of the city proved successful as modern buildings were built, including the world's first skyscrapers. With the modernization of the city's buildings came a boosted economy, increase in population, and surge in tourism. The city of Chicago still pays tribute to the O'Leary and those lost in the Great Chicago Fire, as their Chicago Fire Department training facility is located on the old O'Leary property. The Chicago City Council also passed a resolution to absolve the O'Leary family and their cow of any wrongdoing in causing the fire. Let's dig deeper and look for the two main ideas in this passage, The Great Chicago Fire. Now, many times we get confused. We think that the topic is the main idea. Now, the topic is very important. The topic is going to help us discover the main idea, but it is not the main idea. In this case, the Chicago fires, that's what the article is all about. Every paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are all about the Chicago fires. But each paragraph talks about something very different. Let's look at that first paragraph. The first paragraph is introducing the Chicago fires. Its main idea tells us about the damage. Therefore, the main idea in paragraph 1 is the Great Chicago Fire damaged a large portion of Chicago. Notice how I put that in my own words. I can go back and look for details in the story that support this main idea, such as the damage occurred on a 1 mile by 4 mile area. See, I found that right here in the paragraph. When I go back and I look and I quote things, details, that helps me discover the main idea. The second detail that I found that was very important in supporting my main idea is that thousands of buildings were destroyed. Each of these details support my main idea and help me create, in my own words, its importance. When I move to the second paragraph, I find that it has another completely different main idea. Its main idea is focused on the theories. Yes, it's still about the Chicago fires. That's what connects main idea 1 and main idea 2. However, its main idea is different. The second paragraph, you'll notice, talks about the theories or the legends that have gone on over the years about how the fire started. That is how I came up with my own words in describing the Chicago fire in main idea paragraph 2. I wrote, there are many theories of how the Great Chicago Fire started. Simple as that. However, I came up with this main idea with two very important details, supporting details, that helped me come up with that main idea. These supporting details are directly quoted from the paragraph. The first one is, the O'Leary's cow knocked over a lantern was one of the theories. So, okay, I underlined this one here. Legend tells the story of a cow knocking over a lantern. It says it right here, kicking over a nearby lantern. Another supporting detail is, another theory was that there was a meteor strike, where I wrote that here. Now really, I could have more than two supporting details here. I could also add that a human and a lantern or a pipe was an accident, right? I could put that one right here as well. That would be another supporting detail. Now you have one last part. You already have your main ideas organized. And lastly, it's good to show your understanding of informational text by writing it in a summary. A summary is quick and easy. And you already have, because you put your main ideas in your own words, you already have sentences to add to your summary. These two main ideas can be used to help create your summary. Let's take a look at how to put this into a summary, and then you're done. In blue at the top, I created my own topic sentence. The topic sentence, notice the word topic. I use the Chicago fires as my topic. What do I know about my Chicago fires? Where was it happening? Where did it take place? And when? That all goes in that first sentence. So I created a new sentence saying, in October of 1871, there were devastating fires that happened in Chicago, Illinois. This tells my reader about the topic. Now I'm going to add my two main ideas. I just copied those right from the organizer. The Great Chicago Fire damaged a large portion of Chicago. There are many theories of how the Great Chicago Fire started. Now in blue here is my concluding sentence. I want to sum it up. What happened because of these fires? That's what I'm going to put in my last concluding sentence, in my own words. So I wrote, nowadays, the O'Learys are recognized for the positive effects that the fire had on the economy and the modern architecture. I pulled this from the last two paragraphs and put that into my own words.